and we are going into our final weeks of school. I cannot imagine just how you all feel. I know we're going to get through this together, and we've been going through it together. So we're going to finish together. So today, your book is going to be about COVID 19, okay, to kind of help you get a little better understanding for you of what's going on and the changes and why we had to make those changes. It's just for the safety of everybody. So, today in your ELA reading packet, remember everything is in the reading packet. I think it goes reading, writing, math, social studies, science. So, everything is in that one packet. Okay, you don't have multiple packets, you have one packet. So, we are in the reading section and we are covering levers. Oh my God, did I say levels? Levers and pulleys. So, let's get into the video. But wait, someone won Kahoot on Friday. Let's see who it is. Anna Lucia. Congratulations. So, Miss Norris found out that we are actually getting you end of the year bags where we're putting all of your materials and all of your belongings that you left behind at school. And so instead of sending it to you through the mail, which is a little chaotic right now, I'm just going to put it in your bag. So when your mom or your dad or whoever comes and picks up your bag, you will have my gift in your bag. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So congratulations to Anna, and let's get into the video. Bye.
Why we stay home. Susie learns about coronavirus. Written by Samantha Harris and Devin Scott. Illustrated by Harriet Rodas.
Millie, are you awake?
Susie asked. Susie was having a hard time sleeping, so she figured she would see if her older sister was still awake.
I am now,
Millie responded.
What do you want, Susie? I was just thinking how happy I am that me, you, Mommy, and Daddy have been staying home together. It's fun,
Susie replied.
Yes, it is nice having Mommy and Daddy home with us, Susie,
Millie responded.
But we have to make sure that we remember the reason that we're all at home right now. Yes, I know, Millie, because of coronavirus. But what is coronavirus anyway?
Asked Susie.
Coronavirus is a virus. A virus is a really small germ that you cannot see. There are other kinds of germs too, like bacteria and fungi. Germs are everywhere. Our bodies, chairs we sit on, even the door handle to your favorite ice cream parlor. Some germs are good, some are bad, and some don't really do anything. The coronavirus is a bad germ, and it can make some people really sick. Some of the people at greatest risk of getting sick are Grandma and Grandpa and Mr. Jones, our neighbor, whose body has a hard time fighting off germs. So everyone has been staying home to make sure we don't spread coronavirus to them. This is what quarantine means. Some signs that someone is sick with coronavirus are cough, fever, and sore throat. We can do our part by preventing the spread of coronavirus by washing our hands, wearing a mask when we go to the grocery store, and standing 6 feet apart while we wait in line. This is called social distancing. Oh, I see,
says Susie.
But Millie, since we've been at home, I've really missed my friend Alex from school.
I understand, Susie. It can be very hard not to see friends and family that don't live with us, but there are still ways that we can say hello to them. We can video chat with them on Mommy's computer. We can call them on the phone, and we can also send them messages to check on them.
Some people do not have mommies and daddies or even sisters with them, and they are alone in quarantine. So it is important that we check on them. I understand, Millie. But, Millie, Susie replies, is this how it is going to be from now on? No, Susie. It will get better. We just have to keep sticking together.
All right, so today we are going to be reading and doing some answering questions and filling out a graphic organizer on your levers and pulleys. And so remember to always pay attention to the things over here because it will kind of help you out. Things on the sides will kind of help you know what to do and when and why we do it. And so we are going to go ahead and we're going to start reading levers and pulleys, and then I am going to introduce you into your assignment for today. So here we go. Levers and Pulleys by Julian Green. What is a machine? You might think it's something that has a motor, but a machine is any tool that helps us move things. Two simple machines are levers and pulleys. Now remember, last week we found out that simple machine was wheels and axles. So here is another type of simple machine. A lever is made of a solid bar and a fulcrum. The fulcrum is the spot that the bar rests on. It is close to the object you are lifting. When one end of the bar goes down, the other end goes up like a seesaw. If one end of the bar is longer than the other, it can be used to lift an object. The object is called the load. With a long, strong lever, you can lift really heavy loads. So we also learned that using diagrams can help us figure out a better way of us understanding what we are trying to read. So here we have a lever. And remember, a lever is anything that can be a help lift. And so right here is the fulcrum. And remember, we said that the fulcrum is the spot that the bar rests on. And it says that right here. It says fulcrum is the spot that the bar rests on. All right. And so this is the fulcrum right here. And then they say that the load is what you're trying to lift. So the load is something that you're trying to pick up. So if you look at this picture right here, you have a boy with a lever, right? And here is the object that he's trying to pick up. He's trying to pick up a rock. And remember, it also says if the bar is longer than the other, if one end is longer than the other, it can be used to lift an object, right? So that's what he's trying to do in this picture. The bar right here is long on one side than the other side. So here's one side of the bar, and then the other part of the bar is right here. And you can't see it because it's so short. So he's trying to lift the rock. And so right here is our bar. And this is what they're trying to lift. And then this is what is actually holding up the bar. And so levers are used to kind of help you sometimes lift things up, right? And it actually says it right here that machines are anything to help things move. And so that's kind of what a lever and a pulley is. It helps things move or be lifted. All right, so here is a pulley. A pulley is another kind of machine. It can also be used to lift a load. It is made of a rope and a wheel. The rope passes over the wheel. When you pull down on one end of the rope, the other end goes up. If something is tied to the rope, it goes up too. You might have window blinds that work this way. Machines like these have been used for thousands of years. Many of today's biggest machines are still based on levers and pulleys. And so here is the text that's explaining what a pulley is, and then here is the diagram of the pulley. And right here is, they showed you that here is the rope, right here. And then this is the wheel that the rope passes through to lift the load. And the load is this bucket. So actually, if you look down here at this picture, you might see something like this quite a lot when you see construction, when they're trying to either tear down something or build it up. You might see a crane. This is called a crane. And here are the ropes right here. Sorry, I moved the picture. Here are the ropes right here. And then here is the wheel that the rope is passing through. And so what they did was they attached the rope to the object, right? That's what they said pulleys do. You connect them to the object, and as the rope is pulled back, it starts to lift the load, right? And so sometimes, as we all know, that some things are too big and too heavy for us to lift with our arms. And so that's why pulleys and levers are very, very helpful for us when we need to lift things that are really, really heavy. All right, so now your assignment is to do questions 1 through, I do believe it's 7. 1 through 6 is just questions and answers. So you're going to read the question and circle A, B, C, or D. On number 5, how do the text and the diagram help you understand the meaning of load? So if you was to go back into the picture, here is the text, right, that talks about a load. And then here is the diagram of the load. So pay attention, and we kind of talked about it a little bit. How does the diagram and the text help you understand the word load? When you get to number 7, you are going to write the parts below under pulley or lever. One part will be used twice. So here are the words right here that you're going to look at, and you're going to determine where these words go. Do they go at pulley or do they go at lever? And one of these words is going to be used twice. Do not worry about number 8 or number 9. We are just doing 1 through 7. And remember, if you have any questions, please reach out, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.